Hey there, my fellow lunatics, and welcome to Dakon's Madhouse. Tinkerlands is a brand new pixel graphic survival game that has just hit early access only a few weeks ago. The game centers around a crew that has been shipwrecked on an island. You play as one of these crew members and are tasked with finding other members of your crew, building a settlement to survive on the island, and rebuilding the wrecked ship so that you can continue to explore the nearby islands. Along the way, you'll uncover secrets about the islands, battle strange creatures, and gain access to wondrous treasures. Tinkerlands shares many similarities with games like Necess and Core Keeper. It has similar progression systems, combat, and graphical styles. So, is there anything that sets Tinkerlands apart? One could argue that the hotbar design is unique and inventive. I know I've never played a game with a similar hotbar, though I won't lie, I went into the gameplay settings and disabled it, returning back to the traditional hotbar style that most games have. I didn't dislike the hotbar. I found it innovative, but I struggled a lot with my muscle memory and just decided I'd go with what I know. I also was playing with a mouse and keyboard, and I can see this hotbar scheme potentially working better for controller players rather than mouse and keyboard players. I have about 30 hours or so playing this game now, between the demo that came out a couple months ago and the recent early access launch. I haven't played everything the game has to offer yet, and I kind of appreciate that. Some games I like beating in 4 to 8 hours, but survival games, I want to have enough content to fill 50 or more hours worth of gameplay. And I feel like Tinkerlands definitely delivers on this front. I also appreciate the boss difficulty balance in this game, for the most part. The Iron Devourer boss is a totally unbalanced, unfair piece of shit with homing spikes and hate. But the other bosses I've encountered so far have been a lot of fun and provide a challenge that is easily beaten with some thought and preparation. For example, the first boss you're likely to encounter is the Slime King. He can be summoned from an idol that drops off of various slime mobs in the forest biome. But he also spawns automatically after you kill a random amount of slimes. Like, he's coming for revenge on you after you've slaughtered his people. When he first spawns, he can be terrifying. You're in the middle of the forest when suddenly a boss icon appears and he starts jumping toward you from off screen. You panic and try to find somewhere open to engage him. You're throwing everything you have, but keep getting blocked by trees or rocks. The Slime King charges toward you, and it isn't long before you're pushing up daisies. You respawn, determined to get your revenge. You grab some food you found, a couple healing potions, and a summoning idol that dropped earlier. You head over to the open space along the edge of the beach in the forest, and you summon the boss. This time, it's a different fight. This time, you aren't getting stuck on objects. You have plenty of room. You move around the battlefield, dodging bubbles and jump attacks until the Slime King breathes his last, giving you the revenge that you deserve. I've had multiple boss fights go like this, and it's a dopamine-fueled fun ride. And despite having just launched in early access, Tinkerlands already has 14 bosses. That's only 2 fewer than Necess, which is about to launch into 1.0, and only 6 fewer bosses than Core Keeper, which has been out in 1.0 for almost a full year already. So this is a good start for the game. But boss fights aren't the only thing that matters in a survival game like this. What about the base building variety? And in this aspect, Tinkerlands is a bit of a mixed bag. It definitely has a variety of building options, decoration items, and more, but it also feels unfinished, unpolished. There are minor things I'd like to see change, like the ability to put torches on walls. Now, I have to remind myself that my beloved Core Keeper didn't have this feature until several months into early access either, so it's important to maintain patience when the game is still in development. I like the NPCs in Tinkerlands. The community system in the game gives each NPC a list of requirements that they want in order to join the crew. All of them want like a basic home, but each one has specific requests on furnishings, and they are very specific. For example, the fisherman wants a big table in his house. Currently, the game has 2 items that are called the big table, but only one of them works, because one has a giant glass top and the other doesn't. The fisherman wants the one without the glass. If you give him the one with the glass, well, that doesn't count. Even though it looks like the correct table, even though it's labeled as the correct table, it's not the correct table. Now, I'm hopeful that as the game progresses in development, some of these little issues will get corrected. It's a simple fix to rename that object like the big glass table instead, giving it a clear distinction. So far, I have not encountered any major bugs or issues that just break this game for me. Really, it's just been minor annoyances or inconveniences. All things that can easily be fixed with enough time. The variety in objects right now feels both expansive and limited at the same time. There are multiple different recolors of a table depending on what wood you use, but no way to put anything on the table for decoration. You can't paint or change the color of anything in the game either. There's just a general lack of cosmetic options currently, which at this stage of early access is frankly to be expected. I'm just pointing it out now so that you don't go in expecting it to have all the variety that Terraria has, only to be disappointed. Now, that being said, I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with the game. It's got good bones, and it's only going to get better with time and development. So the question becomes, in its current state, is Tinkerlands worth playing? I mean, right now, I would say yeah, especially since it's very cheap at the moment. It's only about $10 US. And for that price, what you're getting is a steal. I mean, I often have to pay $30 to $50 for a game that provides me with 50 or plus hours of entertainment. And from what I've played of Tinkerlands so far, it offers a fun and rewarding gameplay experience. If you enjoy survival games like Necess and Core Keeper, then I am certain you'll enjoy this game too. Now, have you played Tinkerlands yet? If so, let me know what you think about it. And if you haven't yet, is there anything that would entice you to give it a try? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this brief review of Tinkerlands, now in early access. Now, if you did, please be sure to like that video, subscribe so you don't miss any additional content, and if you really want to support the channel, consider grabbing a membership. Your membership makes this entire channel possible. Thank you all for your support. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay crazy.